Hello everyone, today's video is all about Mars. Wait, what? Mars the planet? No, Mars the algorithm. It's also known as multivariate adaptive regression spline. So in today's video, using Mars or multivariate adaptive regression spline, I'll show you how you can improve your overall regression model by introducing some amount of hinges. So without wasting any further time, let's kickstart the video. But hey, hold on. It would be super motivating if you can press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to be notified for amazing videos that I create on data science and machine learning. With that, let's kickstart the video. So let's start the discussion with the first diagram. I'm assuming you have a fair bit of sense of linear regression. The diagram that you see here is in 3 dimensions. You have two feature vectors that can be in x and y direction, and you have a target variable in the z direction. What you essentially want to do is you want to find out weights for x and y vectors so that you can realize the z vector. If we go ahead with linear regression, this is the plane that we would realize. Not all the points are very close to the plane. We can also go forward and introduce non-linearities here. But what if I tell you that you can live without introducing non-linearities? The way you can do that is by introducing hinges. Let me explain it in the next diagram. The simplest way to think about Mars, that is multivariate adaptive regression splines, is a combination of linear functions joined together by one or more hinge functions. So what I mean to say by that is, let's stick to this particular region here. So this essentially is a linear plane. However, I have pivoted the axis of this plane using this hinge point here. Similarly, the region that you see here is also linear. However, it is modified or it is pivoted using hinges. So this is one fold that you see here and this is the other fold that exists. So ideally what you're doing is you take one sheet or one plane and you try to fold it so that you can minimize the mean squared error of your overall regression model. So that is essentially how multivariate adaptive regression splines work. If this idea is clear to you, let's move on to the coding section of the video. Now that we have a basic intuition of multivariate adaptive regression splines, let's go forward and utilize it and also compare the performance of Mars with respect to a normal linear regression model. So before we jump on and create a Mars model, I'll require a package in order to create the Mars model, and the name of the package is pi-earth. So let me go forward and first install pi-earth. So the way I would do that is by running the command pip install sklearn-contrib-pi-earth. So let me run the cell. The installation is now complete. Let's go forward and import the necessary module. I have a CSV file with the name data.csv which I'll load into a data frame df. Let me go forward and show you the first 5 rows of the data frame. So as you can clearly see, I have 3 features: TV, radio and newspaper, and I have my target variable equal to sales. Let me now go forward and split my dataset into x and y, where x correspond to my features and y corresponds to my target variable. So let me run the cell. Since the dataset is very small and given this is more of an explainer video around Mars, I am not splitting the data into train and test. So whatever values I'll be sharing would be on the training dataset. The first model that I'll create is our normal linear regression model from sklearn. So let me go forward and create an instance of the linear regression class and save it into a variable called as lr_model. So let me run the cell. Let me now go forward and train my model with respect to x and y values. So let me run the cell. Now that the training process is complete, let's go forward and visualize the intercept and coefficient values. So let me run the cell. So as you can clearly see, the intercept value is 2.93 and I have the weight values for all the three features as well in form of a list. So the next thing that I'll do is I'll take the trained model weights and I'll make a prediction on our x values. The prediction values would be saved into a variable called as y underscore pred. So let me run this cell. Now that we have the prediction values as well as the actual y values, let me go forward and calculate the r squared value. So let me run this cell. So as you can clearly see, the model is really well fit with an r squared value of around 90%. Let me also go forward and show you the mean squared error value. So let me run this cell. So the mean squared error value turns out to be 2.78. We will revisit these values once we've created a Mars model. So let's go forward. In order to create a Mars model, I create an instance of the class Earth and save it into a variable called as Mars underscore model. So let me run this cell. So the next thing that I do is I pass my x and y values to the Mars underscore model variable, or essentially the model that we've just created. So let me run the cell. Now that our model is up and running, let us go forward and make predictions from it. So I'll pass in the x values and I'll save the predictions into a variable called as y underscore pred underscore Mars. So let me run the cell. Let me now go forward and calculate the r squared value. So as you can clearly see, the r squared value of the Mars model, keeping everything a constant, is around 93.34%, which is greater when you compare it with your normal linear regression model. The next thing that I'll calculate is mean squared error. So let's go forward and calculate the mean squared error value. So as you can clearly see, the mean squared error value is 1.8, which is pretty much less as compared to 2.7. So overall, our Mars model is performing better when you compare it with the vanilla version of linear regression. Let's now go forward and go through the summary of the Mars model that we just created. So let me run this cell. As you can clearly see, I have the intercept term displayed here. I have the hinge functions that were generated in order to reduce the mean squared error. Here I get a snapshot of how my overall Mars model is performing on the training dataset. So I have the mean squared error value to be around 1.803. I have my r squared, which is 93.34%. I wanted to show you the power of Mars, which is multivariate adaptive regression splines, and I can only wish and pray that you integrate this in your day-to-day workflow while creating regression models. I hope you found this video informative. If you do like the content that I post on my channel, it would be super motivating if you can press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to be notified for amazing videos on data science and machine learning. Thank you so much for watching this video.